Heavy.
Is it mixed?
You want to see Santa?
It is profound how just a smile, a small gesture,
Hey, Stephen. See?
a lucky discovery, a genetic glitch can change your life.
My initial reaction was really despair, and I do remember a couple of weeks where I didn't want to get out of bed.
To be told that your child has a rare disorder that 1 in 50 to 100,000 children are born with.
How are you today, huh?
It's a lonely place.
You don't really realize the impact of things until it affects someone that you love.
6,000 hard to pronounce, sometimes 1 in a million rare disorders, some manageable with the right drugs. Each rare disease connected to a family desperate for treatment and support.
You can't even put a dollar sign. There are no words to explain how comforting that is to be connected with other people who understand what you're going through.
25 years ago, a mom whose child had a rare disorder decided all rare diseases needed a louder voice in Washington. So she helped create NORD, and the rest is miraculous history. It was just before 1983. Companies had little incentive to spend millions researching drugs for very rare diseases. The Orphan Drug Act changed that, thanks in large part to NORD and support of congressmen and women, including the bill's author, Henry Waxman.
Before the Orphan Drug Act, people who were suffering from rare diseases had little hope that there were going to be pharmaceuticals developed for them. Because there wasn't a high profit potential, many of the people suffering from these diseases and the diseases themselves were called orphans.
That mom whose child suffered a rare disorder took action. NORD co-founder Abby Myers. Abby worked with Congress, the pharmaceutical companies, families, even Quincy TV star Jack Klugman, to let the world know why the nation needed an Orphan Drug Act.
What's going to happen to these poor people if nobody does anything about this problem?
I cannot support this bill, but I won't stand in its way.
The actual Congress followed suit and supported the law giving pharmaceutical companies tax breaks and other relief so they could create several hundred orphan drugs for rare disease.
They really do have hope now. Doesn't matter how ignored your disease is, doesn't matter how rare it is, you can have hope that scientists are going to study it, that there will be companies willing to step in and develop a treatment.
Those orphan drugs keep Jana Monaco's daughter, Caroline, alive.
Looking for 5-0.
Caroline has a rare inability to digest part of a protein that most of us eat with ease. The disease name's a tongue twister,
Very good.
but Caroline can say it.
Isovaleric acidemia.
NORD is raising awareness to help doctors spot and treat that and other rare diseases early, something that didn't happen when Caroline's brother Stephen slipped into a coma. He too had isovaleric acidemia.
You ready for your medicine?
Though doctors could not prevent Stephen's severe brain damage, NORD helped parents like Jana learn about prenatal screening,
Hannah Montana.
which spotted the problem in Caroline before her birth and helped her live a normal life.
He is Nemo.
He is Nemo. Look at that, Stephen.
I like these two and these two.
My girlfriend, she calls him Fancy Dancer.
5-year-old Donnie Hunt has a very different rare disorder.
Ready? Ooh, good job.
It left his parents feeling lost until they discovered the collective power of NORD.
My son is 1 in 300,000 births. He's one of less than 1,000 people worldwide that are diagnosed with this particular disease. But when you look at things collectively, 25 million Americans, then people stop and they start to wonder, wow, you know, that's a large number of people. You gotta find just the right piece, huh?
If NORD did not exist, it is an organization that we would have to create to meet the needs of so many. We now look forward with even greater anticipation to the next 25 years.
6,000 rare diseases. That's huge.
For a quarter century, NORD has led the way with advocacy, support, encouraging Congress, pharmaceutical companies, employers to take action, to give rare disease patients an equal playing field, giving them desperately needed care and treatment.
NORD meant friends. There were other people that were going through the same thing I was going through. And because it's so complicated and such a rare disease, you sometimes do feel alone. You want to meet other people that are going through the same situations.
Julie Venner's daughter Bree wasn't expected to live a year. She's now 13. Thanks to NORD's push for the Orphan Drug Act, her daughter thrived.
Without those patent protections, there really would not be many incentives for pharmaceutical companies to create new drugs for orphan diseases, and my daughter would have died. So it has changed my life dramatically.
NORD not only encourages orphan drug makers, but the scientists, the researchers who investigate rare diseases.
Maybe that one individual that has stumbled upon research that might help something that's within the rare disease community. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Organizations like NORD are doing such a great job to find diagnoses and treatments, and that we're not forgotten.
The Orphan Drug Act was just the beginning. NORD continues working with Congress and leaders, including Senator Orrin Hatch, to keep searching for new treatments and cures.
The Rare Diseases Act of 2002, which I worked on with my friend and Senate colleague, Ted Kennedy. This law codified the Office of Rare Diseases at NIH and authorized increased funding for orphan drug research grant programs at the FDA, which I believe has helped NORD with its mission in finding treatments for rare disorders.
One of the researchers that's looking at Rubinstein-Taybi syndrome, he was studying Alzheimer's disease. And to get him to look at what we're doing and say, hey, you know, I think I can really help those people. What if that was a snowball effect, you know, for rare disease community as a whole? Can you imagine that?
NORD did imagine that 25 years ago. A unique partnership of patients, researchers, government, and industry, and now an international coalition.
Can you give Mama a kiss? Give Mama a kiss.
1/4 century and still
He
growing,
likes to give
helping millions across the globe out of the darkness and into the light. 25 years of NORD.